Round of 16.
It's my turn now.
GSL Season 2 Codex Renaissance.
We are back, and after a fantastic series of partying against GuMiho, he does end up getting his revenge in an unlikely way with an observer using up 2 scans from GuMiho, who thus has no detection against a 3DT drop. That was a great series. It was crazy. It was back and forth. If they meet again, I don't know who's going to take it. Anyways, Party is in the winner's match. So far, his plan is going 100% accurately. Now, we have Deer going up against soO. Who is going to end up taking this one? Parting wants Deer to come up so he can just beat his bad PvP, as Parting says.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well,
soO is no slouch.
We really do have like a new Deer here in 2019. soO, though, you gotta assume he's gonna get to the finals. Blah, 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 blah. No, but seriously, I mean, soO always gets deep in tournaments. He's always solid. I'm actually leaning a little bit towards Deer, though. Deer's looking very strong.
Yeah, no, I agree with you a little bit. Like, soO has had a great year with that Katowice win and everything.
Right.
But like Deer's the guy that all year I've been like, okay, this is my guy
really
for the
strong.
year. He really has.
We
looked
probably
amazing.
upset a lot of people by saying that, but I actually think it's a fair
fair
statement.
Sure, one of the other ones is GuMiho that's looked really strong, but he's in the loser match now. So
a lot of the pros are also telling us that Deer is in really, really, really good shape.
yeah,
That
well, you can tell with his games, man.
Yeah, and so let's see. Either way, I'm fine with whoever wins here. Game 1 going to Kings Cove. Deer versus soO starts now.
게임이 시작됩니다.
Newbie Deer. Chivo soO.
All right, I'm really excited. Oh, look at that! soO is opening up with a little bit of a cheeky build here.
Yeah.
That isn't a hatchery. All right, I'm excited to see what he wants to get done with this. Wow, Deer's been dominating soO in Legacy of Void. Look at that, 9-2.
Deer's a really special player, actually, for the GSL, because this is a player who showed up in a GSL first time and won the entire tournament in his first GSL.
We have very few Royal Roaders. Very few.
Yeah. And it was such a shock. I was making jokes on commercial breaks with Artosis because I didn't like his ID about how bad would it be if this guy actually won the tournament. Then he actually did it. Oh wow! Oh, that's a good picture.
God, the crowd is on point. The
I
pro
know.
gamers are on point. This is amazing today.
Yeah. But yeah, he played incredibly, and I thought, oh wow, this guy might just become the greatest player of all time. He wins a GSL out of nowhere,
And then
it
he
seems like
won that WCS tournament right afterwards.
Right,
Remember
right.
that really big one?
Yeah, and we were saying, oh man, this happens sometimes where someone comes out of nowhere and begins to murder everybody. But he fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
And not that he was bad, but there were definitely some groups where we were very confident he wouldn't get out, and he didn't get out. But it seems like he's turned a new leaf here in 2019. He's really been training hard. That's also probably one of the reasons why, if you guys tuned in early enough to watch the group selections, Party was talking all this trash, and it was actually really funny. But Deer did not find it funny at all.
No.
And I think part of that's probably that, in his head he's thinking, no, I really am actually good.
Yeah. It's hold on, it's saying. Do you see this weird build from soO? He's making a lot of speedlings right now in a very quick layer.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know exactly what the plan is. I know what Deer's plan is. He's going to do an Immortal Sentry push. But it seems like soO is going to get incredibly aggressive.
Is there going to be some kind of a Nidus?
It's definitely possible. He's hiding a lot of Zerglings right now.
soO with a Nidus touch. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, it seems like it's a Nidus, right? It's just
there. It is.
Yeah, it's pure Zerglings being made.
You know, the Midas touch. It turns something to gold. And Nidus touch turns it into a loss for the other player.
Dude, this is such a quick Nidus. Do you see this?
Yeah.
This is the most normal build right now that you see from Deer.
This feels like a build that would come out the first week the Nidus was added into a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I know how to use this thing. Hold on. All right, now, in our studio, we are able to see the players' faces.
Oh, yeah. You keep eyes on Deer because
I'm always kind of looking at the big screen here to see.
He might get wrecked in just a second here.
Okay. All right.
Does he see it?
Oh,
he does not? Okay, now he does.
Now he does.
Okay, he's got to put a pylon in that wall. You don't even want to look at that wall right now. Okay, bringing his probes over.
And the Lings are popping out. The Queens are out as well.
Oh, my God.
And there's one pylon here.
Oh, my God.
If only we had a word for when there's one pylon isolated alone like this.
Yeah.
We could capture that idea.
Can you believe this?
This is going to be...
he's going to get that pylon tasteless.
This is going to be game. I mean, he's going to get it right before the Immortal gets it.
Oh, my God.
He's got to use the War Prism to power that. There we go.
Okay, does get that Immortal out, but Immortal versus Lings is not as good as you would think. Lings actually trying to pound on the front as well. soO looking poised to take game number 1.
Oh, my God.
The quickest Nidus ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Deer just cursed. Tapped out. Okay, so you know what that looked like?
What?
That was like at the beginning of a scary movie. Deer was the first character to get isolated alone before the killer got him.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, Deer was trying to go for a macro game, and soO came in there and completely destroyed him. And that's how we know that soO is a very, very scary killer. Now, the title of the movie would come up on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay? soO with all that Halloween font or whatever.
Yeah, the bleeding letters.
Yeah, the bleeding letters. The drippy drip letters. He's claimed his first victim.
Yeah. These two guys being as abusive as they both really can be.
Yeah.
The quickest Nidus that you've ever seen against someone that was just planning for the Immortal Sentry push.
soO moves on from this group. We're going to have to find out if the person in the winner's match, the blonde-haired Caucasian chick, the only one to survive, is going to defeat the killer, if it's going to be a sad ending.
Yeah. Kairos Junction going to be map number 2 here. Is soO going to ruin Parting's plans?
Look at the adrenaline going through Deer right now.
Yeah.
Totally tilted. Okay, game 2's ready. Let's go. Deer versus soO continues on.
게임이 시작됩니다.
The killer soO chasing after the protagonist, who continues to fall over
Newbie, Deer.
over and over again. But soO's one of those killers that walks slowly, like the guy in Halloween. Is it Mike Myers? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's Jason.
Chivo.
I actually get it mixed up.
This Jason Kruger Jason. So why don't you know your...
Jason Kruger.
Why don't you know your guys?
Sorry, I was thinking of Edward Beetlefingers. Jason Kruger. You comic genius, Artosis.
Hey, look at this once again with the gas and pool for soO.
He should just do the exact same thing again.
Well, this is really interesting, right? Because you do it first game and you show the quickest Nidus ever.
Yeah.
You do it game number 2. I doubt that he's going to do the same thing, but as Deer, it's got to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
I feel like we are going to see Deer go Stargate. You know? You're playing against something weird like this. Stargate is a very safe way to do it. I mean, you can play kind of a defensive robo as well, I guess, but let's see. Oh, no, that's not that weird. Never mind. It's like, oh, the cybernetics core. No, that's fine.
Wow.
Wow.
Why would he make a cybernetics core?
One base with a wall in? Wow. No.
I think he might try to get Warp Gate with that.
Yeah, maybe. Man, this is a great day already, seriously.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun casting tonight.
Very good group.
Roach Warren.
Okay. Different brand. Let's go.
Different
Sue's on
brand.
17 workers. Yeah, different brand of cheese is what I'm talking about.
That's right.
All right, so 17. He did like in Roach Warren with when he had 18 drones. The 18th drone, he's like, you know what? Let's go. Oh, that could be scary. Robo is on the way. If you get your Immortal and Prism out, I think that this could become quite holdable.
You gotta wonder what Parting's thinking watching this. Because, by the way, it's not like soO can recycle these builds again into another series.
Yeah.
These are builds you pull out once that day, and then you go back to other strategies.
He's just looking at his... He prints out the maps with where you put the cannons and pylons against Zerg. So that's what he's doing right now. He's not even watching these games. He doesn't even care. Okay, 6 roaches on the way. Nothing out of the Robo as of yet. Okay, Prism first.
Okay, now, he did not see very many drones there.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful because suO's brainy enough that he might have had his drones at the far left. In Deer's mind, he might be thinking that.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because he only saw 2 patches.
Okay, the wall is pretty good, I would say.
It's a War Prism out first. The roaches are already inbound.
And now we wait. Okay, he's chronoing the Robo. I think that's very important. Do we see an Immortal start immediately? Should.
We need to. There it is.
Yeah. A little bit of a supply block.
Lings being made. Ravager's ready. And the attack commences.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he got into.
Immediately got in. This
The
is
killer's
not good.
in.
Oh, he's going to unpower everything immediately.
Oh no, and this means soO might move on.
These Deer pylons are just killing him.
soO's going to move on to the winner's match wearing Deer's face. This is bad. The fact that he didn't even stop the initial attack when it came in. Now, the Immortal's the only hope. Immortal Warp Prism could take out
a lot.
A maxed out Zerg army, pretty much.
Almost.
Almost. Okay, a lot of probes going down. We're already almost at 20 kills here on the probes. He didn't pick it up with the Warp Prism.
No.
Deer is so tilted right now. I think he's almost in shock.
Well, he has been super cheese now. 2 games in a row. 23 probes going down. He thought he was friends with soO. He's not. Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Do not make eye contact with soO. Excuse me. Yeah, with
now, hold
Deer
on.
here.
Is he just gonna hold this?
Yeah, it's a 1 Immortal that can
Wait,
beat off.
what is he? Why? What is he doing?
Well, it doesn't matter. The Ling's got it anyways.
Yeah, that was really scary for a moment though. All right, soO. Well, I think he's just gonna be able to finish him, right? That 1 Immortal can't kill everything. Oh, there's 2 now. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I think if he can get those to pick up enough, maybe he can get that pylon again. Again, the main is unpowered here.
It's 10 workers against 18 right now. Okay, he saves the sentry, which is kind of nice. You know what? If he ends up holding, like, even if he loses that natural, I wonder if the Immortals and the Prism can just go kill him alone. Right? There's no real tech. There's no real economy at home. He has 2 queens total.
The thing is, I think you can keep making Lings, and the Protoss has to just try to hold this. Right? I mean, you can't pick... I mean, if you pick up the 2 Immortals and go to the Zerg space, what's defending? What's defending specifically the 10 workers?
Oh, he lost the Immortal.
Deer is having a terrible day.
It's so funny because I came here today pretty sure. I was like, you know what? I think GuMiho and Deer are going to make it out. That's the one thing that I know is not happening.
Wow.
And he runs away.
13 workers to 25.
Okay, so if you can secure your natural, right, get a couple units behind, yeah,
Okay.
you have to go across the map.
War Prism inbound.
But shouldn't soO just instantly counterattack with
Yeah,
Prisms?
absolutely you should.
But the Immortals, like, still... I feel like you need a probe on the map so you can hide build. This game could get very, very crazy.
Actually, I really like your point with that.
He doesn't have too many probes, though, so maybe it's silly. Maybe some Ravagers being made here for soO.
Droning continuing on.
Those
I like
two
those-
Ravagers,
yeah,
they're a long way.
He's going to pelt the pylon over there that's powering the entrance. Just try to keep his opponent behind.
All right, well, this
This would
is
be
wrecked.
the greatest comeback ever.
It's possible.
Uh-oh. Now, both sides are going to have to deal with real problems over here. Okay, so he doesn't warp in. Now, I
But now
think
you
just,
run.
Yeah, you just run for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get out
it
of
worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Oh! Ooh, wow, good biles. Time to go again. Yeah, he's making another mortal now. So that other mortal should be able to help him just hold on at home.
So once again, the Mortals have to trek across the map, but this would seem like a great opportunity for the Protoss to once again, the Zerg to once again counterattack in. Now, this drop is a real threat. The amount that you can actually juggle, oh god. You know, now, an Immortal's scary, but without a Warp Prism, it can just be cornered and picked off. Yeah, especially if you can get it surrounded and then hit it with the Biles.
Oh! Ling's really doing some work there. Okay, well, he's going to feel silly for bringing this home because he didn't really need it.
Yeah, once again, Ling's just rally up. Behind this, soO's continuing to explode with drones.
Spire going down.
I love the Spire.
Yeah, well, that's...
The Spire can be the killing blow here when you just have the Immortals and the War Prism.
What do you think this Twilight's for? Glaves or blank?
I don't know.
It's hard to
I
say.
actually don't know. I
It's
mean, the
a
thing is,
bunch of guys. I could see
Deer's in
DT
such a
tech
bad
being good.
spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked for parting, but
Well,
very different circumstances here.
some Archons could be very useful. There's lots of
The
links.
thing is, there's
DTs
an
in these
Overseer
games.
out inside the base, so it's like, unless he hides that somewhere, like he takes the War
Yeah.
Prism. He sends the War Prism up to like a corner of the map and makes Dark Shrine and then moves on.
A move like that would be great. A little bit hard to do right now. He's got to keep the pressure on. Just some Immortal juggling happening. Okay, it is Blink. I think not a bad choice either. I think you kind of expect him to eventually go into Spire also.
You know, the Warp Prism harass isn't really doing that much. I think Zerg is more than happy to throw some Lings away just to keep the other player at bay here.
Well, that's exactly what he has to do. He's just buying time with these Lings. He's not
But-
actually making headway on the Immortals.
Yeah, the Mutatech's actually out. And the thing is, when you get this overwhelming number like this, the Lings can actually just continue to push that away. And with the 10 Mutas out here, this is where Protoss is not going to be prepared. You know, Immortals, even though Zerglings are actually quite good against Immortals, you know, with the War Prism, you could do so many things. Like this is being exhibited right over here. But when the Mutas come out,
Drop him out and recall. No.
ouch. Okay,
Yeah.
so now the attack is going to come in here. And there is very little time for Deer to hammer together the defense necessary to make this game continue on. I mean, I thought soO had already won the game with the initial attack and Deer hung on, but there isn't any real answer to the Mutas. You can't use a War Prism and Immortals to fight them. It seems like there's just enough Stalkers. Maybe Deer holds. That would be very impressive, but then the Lings come in.
Yeah.
Lings comboed with the Mutas is a totally different beast.
Totally. All he needs to do is make Muta Ling. I still feel like a Dark Shrine is a good play here because when you get into a game like this where there's not a Stargate to counter these really hard, it almost every time turns into a base trade.
Yeah.
That's what Mutaling wants, is the base trade.
Yeah.
And in those situations, Dark Shrine is the most powerful tech that you can have, and obviously even 1 to 2 Archons would make this army like 10 times better against what he's facing.
Okay, we have the War Prism juggling these Stalkers, but I think the Lings are going to get the overwhelming advantage here. And GG, soO 2-0s Deer and goes to the winner's match.
Wow. soO looking very happy, Deer not as much. Now that was interesting. soO has brought some dirty strats today, but Parting probably has the most filthy strats.
Oh yeah,
His strats are
Parting
kept in the
is
CDC.
a dirt nerd.
Well, we'll go into that winner's match coming up here. Deer, a little bit pensive, has to go down and fight GuMiho.
Yeah, I feel for Deer. You know, he never got to execute what he planned here. You know, when you have rushes like that, it's up to you to defend.
Yeah.
We are going to go to a short break. Party vs. soO comes up next. The winner moves on to the round of 8 in the GSL Code S. Do not go away.
Bubblegum smile, taste the cherry on the left. You know what you